Hello and welcome back to another installment of Poke Fodder. How are you guys liking 5.0? That's what I want to know. How are you liking the user interface? How are you liking the different, I don't even know, the different menus, the different screens, things of that nature? How did you do in your monthly ratings? Did you finish where you wanted? I have no idea where I finished. It was 100 and something. I started off horribly on the month, and then I had a really nice, or actually, I had a really nice run at the beginning of the month, and then I did miserably. And then I had a little spurt of good play that got me to where I would finish in the top 1,000, and then I finished the month terribly, but that's fine. Not worried about it. I don't, like, if I make top 100, I make it. If I don't, I don't. I don't push, I don't grind to try to get there. It'll happen one day. Probably when there are, I hope when there are 101 people left playing this game, I hope I can finish in the top 100. We'll put it that way. Expect those boosters to come out later today, and today is November 30th. We did get the monthly reset, so everybody starts with a fresh slate. If you didn't finish where you wanted to, go ahead and you've got another month to try. Now, I did go ahead, because I'm curious, I went ahead and purchased the $5 deal, which gives you this extra booster over here on the far right, mostly because I just wanted to know what it was. And what it is, just like the colors on the box represent, you're going to get one resource from all four categories. You're going to get a rare metal, you're going to get a cube, you're going to get an ingot, and you're going to get Carmonite. Now the Carmonite can go anywhere from 1 to, I don't know, I've gotten 30. Like, I opened a couple just to see what the range was, and then I reset it so that it would correspond with the daily reset as close as possible. What it is, for 30 days, 29 days, for 30 days or 29 days, I think it's 30 days, you can open this thing as many times as you want, and it just keeps replenishing, and it starts over at a 24-hour clock every time you open it. So it seemed best for me to go ahead and just set it for when my daily reset. And I have no idea what I'm going to run next month. Lunala is such a monster that I have to keep it in my deck. And then the rest of it, I don't know. We'll see. It's a work in progress. The problem is I continuously make decks and then change things and try out new decks because people want me to try this and try that and try this, and then I make a change here and a change there, and then I forget what my original deck was. And I kind of have to go back and watch videos sometimes to figure out, wait, what was I running? I don't even remember. But here's the latest thing I have thrown together. This is not a league play match because nobody cares about league play on the first day of the month. We are going to jump into water. Wait a minute. This looks all very similar to the ghost gem, the poison gem that we had. And I'll tell you what. When the orbital haul was out yesterday, and I was trying to put together water decks, I was getting crushed. And not just beaten, but absolutely dominated and crushed. I don't know. I honestly have no idea what is good in this gym. And then I started thinking, well, Lunala is good against everything. So I put that in there. And Gyarados, like, Magikarp is good because it's 3 MP and you have to kill it twice. I put that in there. And I didn't know, and then all of a sudden I was talking with Supa on Discord. What about a Ghost Poison deck? And here we go. I am actually 3-0 with this deck. That doesn't mean it's a great deck, but I don't think many people see this coming. And I hope I don't ruin it by showing it to you guys, and then, because I don't want to face this deck. I'm just going to be honest with you. The gym rules are the same. Water type is going to get a +1 MP. The grass types are going to get +20 on their gold and white attacks. Nothing new there. Top 3,000 get the gold, silver, bronze trophies. I'm not going to rehash all that. Those who have watched my videos know it's basically the same. And for like the second time this week, I'm wrong. I would have sworn up and down, I would have bet a lot of money that in our gym rewards, we would get a shiny Magikarp. And the reason why I thought that is because I don't think everybody got a shiny Magikarp out of the last event that we had. With that being the case, there was so much uproar the first time they released Magikarp and Gyarados that they have released in 2 other gyms the opportunity to pick up shiny Magikarp, or not shiny Magikarp and Gyarados, so that everybody could have one. With that in mind, I thought, you know what? They're gonna do shiny Magikarp and shiny Gyarados as gym rewards. When I woke up this morning and scrolled through here, there's no shiny Magikarp and there's no shiny Gyarados. I have to say, I am genuinely surprised. Would have lost a lot of money on that bet. We do get the usuals, a couple booster tickets, a handful of gems, several ingots. What is this? 1, 2, 3 EX ingots, 2 rare ingots, 100 Carmonite. You're going to get a Feraligatr. And with this, so when I started my free-to-play account, I was given a Darkrai. And we just had a login bonus not too long ago where you were given a Darkrai, similar to how we were given the UX Cube Ingot and Rare Metal yesterday, or if you're just signing in for the first time, it is the current promotion that you sign in and you're going to get one of each of those in a UX form. We got Darkrai as one of those. When I signed up for my free-to-play account, I got Darkrai as one of those. We were given a Kyogre during this current. Now there's a Feraligatr, and these are all Pokemon that were exclusive to the Japanese community before international release. The only one is Electriv from that batch of Pokemon. So I find that interesting that they're giving those away. They just want to make sure everybody has them. I may have said this already, 100 Carmonite is always welcome in this world. A rare cube, a Cube EX. They're being very generous with the Cube EXs again. And then we move on up to the 30-win trophy. So it kind of seems like we've fallen into a here's what you're going to get in the gym. I am surprised that they're giving an EX and an EX cube. If that has happened before, it has been a while. And this is what I'm going to run. I don't know. I don't have anything better. I don't have Tapu Fini. I don't have Primarina. So what I'm going to do is I will go ahead. I don't have enough energy. So we will fill that up and jump into a game. I did pull some boosters, and I didn't record them, but B, if I had recorded them, I wouldn't show them because just nothing there. I legitimately think that they nerfed these boosters. The reason why I say the 10 packs is I've yet to see one of these, someone posts a screenshot where they just have 5, 6 EXs with the new Mons in it. The most I've seen, I think, is 3. And by this point in the new month, typically I would have seen some absolutely amazing pulls. And I've seen so many pulls where it is predominantly uncommons, which wasn't always the case with these 10 packs. It was not uncommon to have more rares and EXs than uncommons. And I'm not sure that I'm seeing that be the situation anymore. This is interesting. I don't know. We'll go ahead and throw Seismitoad up. I went against one of these Tapu Fini. Why does... Wait. Oh, because it's... Okay. We'll go ahead and throw Gengar down. I've gone up against one Tapu Fini, and It's quite annoying. I haven't gone up against one in the gym, but just in general, I've gone up against a Tapu Fini. Not really sure what the best plan of attack is around it. Although, because my opponent only has one other water type, I don't imagine that he's going to get the full benefit of the Fini. I'm definitely going to avoid attacking into it. I'm okay with my opponent. Wait a second. Oh, would you look at that? Okay. I see you. I see you working there. Because Fini won't allow opponents within 2 steps to take on new stat. Now it says new special conditions. I did not know that poison was considered a special condition. I thought that was a status. I thought special condition was like curse or trick or treat. So that's good to know. So we will march up here. So I guess that means that you cannot... So then... Does this mean that you can't status Tapu Fini? It's status proof? I don't think I'm worried about your Cacnea. Although if it does roll poison. If I knock this out, do I get poison? So many of these Pokemons that I just don't pay attention to. Interesting. I mean, guess we will. That would have been terrible to get poison missiled. What is my opponent running? I guess I should learn to look at these plates. I think I saw a counterattack in there. Huh, perfect. The good thing about this is, unlike in decks previous, we'll go ahead and try to take out... My goalie has no miss. Although I am going to get iced there. Suicune is so difficult to attack into, and I actually had Suicune in the original build of this deck. I wonder, I'm going to go see if, like, he should be able to get statused. That was a terrible roll. Okay, so just the water types cannot get status. And I have a scoop up, so I can pull out my, I can get my whatchamacallit back. Although, I don't want to max revive there. But I will hop over here. And I think this is going to be a good time to just go ahead and scoop up my Lunala, get him uniced, and then we'll bring him back out. Both my Toads got knocked out here, huh? I hope my opponent didn't think I was just going to let him walk to my goal. I am known to do that. What he did, though, is he prevented me from moving up to go after the Lugia here. We'll go over here. I still have Max Revive. Just press up here. Someone actually put Carmenite into Lugia. That's a huge Cyclone. And, of course, let's go here. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad he hit Stealth Hit there. Now, honestly, the better play for me would have been Max Revive and bring something out, bring out something. Just don't want him to hit that Cyclone like that. Oh, I think I got myself so overextended here. Okay, Gengar. We're going to have to backtrack. And the worst part about this is I have Phantom Energy to clear out my entry points, but my ghosts are on the board, which I originally had Long Throw in here as well for that specific situation. No, I feel like I should just YOLO and go after his goal, but I'm not going to. Just don't roll purple into purple. Like the one thing I said don't do. So that's going to be GG. There's nothing else that I can do. Pretty horrendous game for me all around. Pretty poorly played, quite honestly. I seriously doubt he's going to roll his white, and that right there is how bad that I'm playing right now. That was just really poorly played on my part. I will say that going into this water gym, I have very low expectations of how well I'm going to do. Let's see what we get out of this. Garbage. Don't care, don't care. Gold's always good. We will jump into one more. Let me know what you guys are running in the water gym. And remember, I don't have the Finis, I don't have Pre-Marina. I don't know. I'm probably going to just run a whole wide array of different Pokemon for this water gym and just experiment. I will try to play a more sound game. I got way overextended. Yeah, it was just bad. Like there's really no two ways about it. My Toads going out on the first two rolls wasn't very helpful either. I'm not blaming that, just there are certain things that need to happen, and that just wasn't one of them. I'm going to go ahead and just flat out play defense. Set up the board like I should. I'm completely okay with him attacking because I'm going to replace him with Gengar. And that's going to render Terrakion more or less useless. More or less. Not 100%, but more or less. Perfect. I will just bring Sableye to play goalie. I can't make the mistake of leaving Sableye on an entry point with whatchamacallit on the field there. Decidueye. Once again, we're going to poison him. He does have a scoop up, so he might, and he has tropical energy. Good grief. That is so bizarre that he's running, because only Toad that I know of causes status effect for water types. I'm trying to think. I guess there's Sleep. And here I go, putting a purple on an entry point. Not 2 seconds after I say, can't leave a purple on the entry point. I actually liked him poisoned better. But I guess he has a larger miss this time. I'm most likely going to take out his Torterra here because of that cornerstone ability, and Terrakion is 0 threat to Lunala unless I roll miss, which is always possible. Just going to go ahead and cover up the goal. 120, 90. God, this thing would be a complete animal with a couple of evolutions. That works. That's a level 10. We're going to jump over here, go after his Lunala, his Terrakion. Take that out. I feel like maybe I should have moved Magikarp over onto my goal. See if we can avoid getting ice or sheer cold. Okay. We will break out our X speed and hope that Lunala doesn't roll the one roll that he can't win. Okay. That is an acceptable roll. I'm sure my opponent has Gold Block. Everybody carries Gold Block except for me. I don't know who you Gold Block with here. Suicune would be my first guess. But I don't know that to be fact. That's not where I would have gone with that. But he didn't ask me. And we're just going to double chance and go for... We're going to continue to put on the offensive pressure, which is very unlike me. That should be good enough. Although now I'm going to get a weight 4. Which is going to give him time. Although, Suicune is really his only... I'm trying to think. It doesn't even matter. End their turn there. $29. See what he wants to do here. He has a couple of different options. He can either, that is not, that's okay. That's not what I would have done. But Yeah, and no, I'm not running Mega Gengar because I don't want to use up the plate usage. Is the beginning and end of that. Just don't want to. I left his Sceptile alone because it's poisoned and because I can threaten Goal. What do I know? Because I wouldn't have done that either. That's not the move that I would have made. He has so few winning rolls going that route that that's not at all what I would have done. We will just sidestep over. If I roll my 110, he has to roll his little 120. He has a huge dodge. Like, he's 25% just to roll dodge and lose right there. Gengar has a pretty sizable purple, so I have about a third of a chance to roll purple. Those are really low odds, and I mean, it worked out for him, but that's not where I would have gone. I probably would have, I don't know, Suicune. He didn't have a good option. Suicune is where I would have gone just because of the sheer cold, but I'm not the greatest, so maybe where I would have gone was not the right choice. He might Tropical Energy here to remove the status off of Sceptile. Might just roll Suicune out and win, lose, or draw. Okay. Where was that from either one of my ghosts? It's weird that it shows my opponent is having connection problems, but he obviously just made a play. Like I said, I think I'm going to change out my deck quite a bit. Kind of disappointed that it's not Shiny Gyarados. Now I'm even more interested to know what Shiny Gyarados is. Maybe it's the same, maybe it's different. And then how are they going to give us Shiny Gyarados? Like, how are we going to get that? Because right now we have a Shiny Magikarp that is absolutely worthless because 10 attack is not going to... Well, if you looked at my Twitter yesterday, a Magikarp knocked out my Mega Blastoise. But typically, a Magikarp with a 10 attack is not going to knock anything out. It looks like maybe my opponent just disconnected. Really highly rated too, almost 1700 this early in the gym is quite a... It's quite a... he may be 6-0 in order to have done that. I don't know. It looks like maybe he disconnected. If he's not disconnected, I'm going to go up and poison his Torterra and Terrakion. Torterra might be a decent pick here to keep your entry point free. Another good pick for keeping your entry point free is Tapu Fini, because as I noted yesterday, your Watermons come out like Empoleon, which makes your opponent taking your entry points basically useless. And what we will do is, that's basically the end of the video. I'm going to jump over here. We'll go to the shop. Since we do have a booster ticket, I don't have the Fini. I guess I will pop this thing open, see if maybe we get extremely lucky and catch a Fini in here. I highly doubt it. And it looks like another uncommon and another very... That might be good in the gym, but because it has a grass knot. But that is going to wrap up today's video. Be sure and let me know, what do you think of the changes to 5.0? I do appreciate everybody who has posted match codes onto my Discord. I am enjoying watching those. I do ask a favor though, when you post it up, like, just leave kind of a detailed comment as to why. If it's something as simple as Tapu Fini highlight reel, perfect. But if you put really exciting match, that doesn't help me at all, especially if I want to go through and start pulling some of these videos and recording them and commentating on them, sharing them with my viewers. If it just says exciting match, that means nothing to me. Tell me what it is that I'm watching, because that's what I'm most concerned with. If it's Lunala going off, say Lunala God Rolls, or if it's wild comeback, put crazy comeback or something like that. That way, at least I have an idea of what it is that I'm looking for, because I don't really have time to watch all of them all the time. But when I have an idea of something that I want to highlight, like Tapu Fini, we'll say, or the Gen 7 starter with, I can't even, Primarina. If you say like Primarina full evolution line highlight, then I know what it is. And so when I'm trying to put together videos to watch that are showcasing different Pokemon, then I know which ones to look for. Do that out to help me. It's a kind of a quality of life thing. And other than that, let me know how it's going in the Gem Cup. And until next time.